Pressure is a privilege. Serena Williams shares powerful advice on staying grounded to rise above adversity. Aryna Sabalenka has been through emotional highs and lows, and the Australian Open made it evident. The two-time defending champion faced a dramatic loss in the 2025 Australian Open final against Madison Keys. In the tightly contested match, Keys emerged victorious by 6-3, 2-6, 7-5, securing her first Grand Slam title. Sabalenka was visibly devastated from the loss and expressed it by smashing her racket and covering her face with a towel, appearing to be crying. Her actions drew criticism, but was she really at fault? Serena Williams' ex-coach and Andrea Petkovic think otherwise. Sabalenka entered the tournament with a 20-match winning streak at the Australian Open and was on the brink of making history. The victory in the final would have made her the first woman since Martina Hingis to secure 3 consecutive Australian Open titles. Reflecting on her actions in the final, Sabalenka admitted her frustration, saying, "I was so close to achieving something crazy," adding that throwing her racket was an emotional release. Her emotions drew criticism, with many questioning her sportsmanship. The controversy surrounding Aryna Sabalenka's emotional outbursts sparked a broader debate, with notable figures weighing in on the Belarusian's actions. In the latest episode of the Rennie Stubbs tennis podcast, Andrea Petkovic joined Serena Williams' ex-coach Rennie Stubbs in discussing the incident. Petkovic defended Sabalenka, stating, "You live and die by your sword that you swing. And if we love Sabalenka for the emotions she displays, we have to take the bad emotions with it. We can't have all the funny dances and warrior in her without having the other part of it as well, and that's why there is the same argument I think I make." She emphasized that players' raw emotions are part of what makes them relatable to normal people, urging critics to appreciate the entire spectrum of athletes' journey. "We can't *T on the players for everything. If we shit on them for one thing, we have to take it and run with it if they try to change it." Petkovic also extended her support to Alexander Zverev in the argument, stating that it's unfair for people to criticize the players after the loss. Who cares? Andy Roddick brushes off Emma Raducanu-like expectations piling up on Madison Keys after Grand Slam glory. Sabalenka's outburst symbolized the immense pressure and stakes of competing at such a high level. While the debate over her actions remains divisive, it also shows the intensity and passion that drives the world's best players. Her journey in Melbourne was a reminder of the fine line between glory and heartbreak in elite sports like tennis. Aryna Sabalenka has managed to retain her position as the world's #1, despite the loss in the final. Reaching the final ensured she stayed ahead of Iga Swiatek, who fell in the semi-finals and remains at #2. Sabalenka's ability to defend her ranking, even after dropping 2,000 points from her Australian Open triumph last year, highlights her resilience under pressure. However, the slim margin of just 186 points between her and Swiatek hints at the potentially fierce rivalry for the top spot throughout the season. Currently, in her 23rd week as the WTA's top-ranked player, Sabalenka is now 18th on the all-time list for most weeks at #1, with Naomi Osaka closer to her with 25 weeks. Meanwhile, Madison Keys' historic victory in Melbourne propelled her 7 spots to a career-high ranking of #7. This marks Keys' return to the top 10 for the first time since 2023 and her highest ranking since 2019. This Grand Slam success earned her those 2,000 points. Coco Gauff lost in the quarterfinal at Melbourne Park, but she remains comfortable third in the rankings, with Jasmine Paolini more than 1,000 points behind in fourth. Elena Rybakina is also back in the top 5 spot. Paula Badosa reached the semi-final in Melbourne and is back in the top 10 for the first time since 2022, while Barbara Krejcikova is down to 5 places to #14 after missing hard court major.